Hello everyone, thank you for being with me. I'd like to talk shortly about what's going on in the world today. And after we saw what happened in Davos with Trump and all those European leaders and how we put them in their place and they cannot reply and they cannot, because there's a reality that they've been trying to ignore for so many years, to ignore and to deny. This reality is that the European leaders and the European politics has benefited so many years from the support and the defense and the protection of the American system. But Europe, as is, it is not sovereign. It is not, and I know it because me, myself, where I'm living now in Germany, in Europe, me, as a freelance, as a person who's sovereign financially, I was living from my work and and I'm surviving from it, 100%, with no financial support from any place, from no governmental entities, just from my production. Artistic production and my Patreon and my website and my social media. Only from that, I see that I'm very rare in this system. I talk to anyone, any artist here in Berlin, in Germany, and they all get paid by the government. Then who's creating economy here? When I go to meet people in the offices, in the bureaucracy, they think that they are the ones who contribute to the economy. Who's the one who's creating economies here? Where are the producers? Am I the only one here that is producing on my own? In Germany, you call it selbstständig, someone who's standing on his own feet. Am I the only one here? Where are you? Are migrants the only ones who have businesses who are not connected by the government, who are not paid by the government? Where is everyone? So I'm looking at this, what's happening in Europe, at the European leaders with all their suits and their arrogance and their self-perception as if they are geniuses. Of course they have no power. Of course Trump and all the Americans, Trump, one of the least intelligent people on earth. It is the collective embodiment of the American spirit today. Looking down on all those intellectual politicians, putting them in their places because they themselves are not sovereign. They themselves got to their position, into their positions by corruption and by relationships and nepotism. You cannot sustain an economy like that. Dear Friedrich Merz, dear Macron, you cannot sustain economies like that. You need to detect the sovereign people who create economy on their own without support from the government. Those are almost extinct. You need to find them and to ask them to lead you, because you have no idea how things are being produced. You've been under the American protection for so many years. Business and military and economy, etc. And now they're looking down on you. So, where are you? I'm looking forward. I'm looking here in Berlin, looking for one person, to find one person who, when I ask, what do you do for a living? He's telling me I have my own business. I would not find one person. Show me yourselves, people. Intelligent Germans, where are you? You have your own business, so where are you? I know so many people walk with suits like this and they call themselves intellectuals, and all of them are working as employees in the system or in a quasi-private sector that is subsidized by the government. So you're not a private sector if you're subsidized by the government. If you're a corporation subsidized by the government, then you don't produce for the economy. You consume the economy. So I'm not impressed when you walk with your suits and with your charisma and with your whatever background and ethos you think you have. I need to find people who are business owners, who are not subsidized by the government, and who don't fill applications to get funds by the government, and who are not getting paid by the welfare system, and who are not getting paid by taxes, or not by stipendiums, by scholarships. Sovereign people, where are you? Where are you? And not people who are getting paid by the academy. People who create economy, where are you? Am I the only one here? I'm not finding anyone. please contact me. Anyway, I hope my message reaches out. Thank you everyone for staying with me. I'm Shredy Jabarin. Ciao.